How y'all doing today? I'm gonna start this video off saying I had a topic I was gonna talk about, forgot it. Makes me very agitated. Just want to get that off my chest. Now, for the topic for today's video, you know what? I done forgot this topic. You know what? We all lose shutting this video down. Okay, wait a minute. I remember it. Topic of today's video is severing toxic can be painful. Severing toxic can be painful. You know what made me think about this? I was talking to a very close friend of the family, and they're stepping out on an awesome endeavor in their life, and they really had a lot of pride about what they were doing, and they should, and it's awesome. And they were just talking about just being happy with the things that's going on around them, the people. And it reminded me of something my cousin would say from time to time, anytime we're talking and we're sharing positive things with one another. He would state, man, you know, it just makes me so happy. All of us are winning. I like to see this all up off in the circle. And jumping back to the friend of the family, when we were talking about basically winning and just kind of coming out of that mold of dealing with, things that aren't good for you and toxic, it can be painful. It can be painful shedding that excess weight. And the reason why it can be painful is because, especially for some people where all they know is toxic or the things that's around them. And, I've said this in older videos, people can be like crabs in a pot trying to pull you down, even though they act like they're rooting for you. And it can just be really difficult excelling in some situations. Well, a lot of situations, because this is not just a given that you're just surrounded by awesome people. So, it led me into talking about on how, it took a lot to climb up to the point that they had reached, that they had achieved. There was a lot of things that they had to put down, people and situations that they had to put down. And the reason why I know that they had to put them down is just something that you do in being successful. You can't allow this stuff in your circle that's gonna feed off of you, have you all deviated from the plan, twisted up, tangled up, and witnessing a lot of this growth firsthand. I can attest to that. And as I was going forth with my speech and applauding them for what they had done, just letting them know, just like I'm talking to you on. I'm saying I know that it had to be painful. You know the reason why it had to be painful? How many times have you heard growing pains? Growth. It can hurt. Because you're shedding the old and you're stepping into something new. A lot of the times it can be, one reason why it can be painful, fear that you're losing out, fear of wherever you're headed, you're on this road alone, fear of the unknown, you don't know what's up ahead. It can be a lot of fears in that. So it could just be more comfortable just to stay where you are. But when a person pulls out ahead of those things, I'm not saying being better, them just overall just being a better person than another person. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying being a better them, being better in their dealings with the things that arise in their life, achieving, overcoming those obstacles. You have to move on. You have to move on to better pastures. Now, when it's a group of you, and this is really unlikely, but I'm just saying, so what if, when you got a group of you and you're moving as a group and you're all excelling, that's one thing. Like minds try to move alike. Just like when you have people that step out and just doing things up off in their life, you look to that next friend and see that they may be successful in whatever they decided to pursue. Because like I said, we all have passion. We're not here without purpose. We're not here for no reason. Everybody has something that they're good at. Even though you think and you might beat up on yourself and go, I'm not good at this. I can't do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you're good at something. You just got to recognize on what it is. So when people are going forth and they're pursuing their career goals or dreams of things they want to do, and you have other people just doing the same thing. You might not even be going the same direction. You're going the same direction as far as succeeding and following your dreams, but you're not headed in the general direction of your goals or your path. You're all winning. You're all winning. But I'm making this video to let you know that when you're going through those growing pains, don't worry about looking back. Don't worry about looking back. Just keep on pushing ahead. Keep your sight on what you're trying to do. Keep doing your research. Stay focused. And more often than not, when you're trying to, because remember, everything we're talking about here is healthy and it's positive. When you're trying to do something that's positive, hopefully, what's bad about that? Why would you let anybody deter you from doing that? Why would you let anybody distract you from growing? Being a better you. That's the reason why I had to clarify earlier. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm better than you. I'm growing, so I done left you in the dust because I'm better than you. No, I'm trying to be better than me. I'm trying to be better than my last day. So somebody hindering that, trying to, get me all derailed from what I'm doing, I got to question your motives. I got to question what you're doing here this close in my circle to where you're inputting in on this. That's what we're talking about. I want to shine a light on the fact that I understand it can be painful. I understand that in some situations, people, that might be all that you know. Can we see about knowing better, doing better? Nothing wrong with that. I don't know how many times I've been in a situation. I know I've shared, and I'm not going to even go down that path of the story because I just don't feel like going down it. I know I shared one time about something that occurred in my life, and I thought that it was normal. I thought that it was normal with the way things went about, and it wasn't until talking with another person I saw that it was not normal. This was not something that occurred everywhere, and I'm just like, wow, and I was somewhat embarrassed because I'm just like, man, think I would know better, but how would I know better when that's all that I saw? So when I realized that, I had to do better. I couldn't turn my back on that because I'm like, this is crazy. And this is definitely not something that I want to put new people that come into my life, spouse, kids, because I was a teenager at the time. All this other side, these are not things that I want to carry into those relationships. So, hey, I got to cut it off. I got to, this stops here. So that's all I'm saying. And you don't think that was a pain? That was a pain realizing that. Remember what I just said, that I felt embarrassed when I found out that wasn't the norm? That was a growing pain. That goes along the line of how some people can't accept constructive criticism, or when they get an input of something they don't want to hear, they want to run and stick their head in the ground because it's just like, man, that's striking a nerve or something up with me. Are you really seeking out to try to learn and do better? Because if you are, think about it. If you're seeking to learn and do better, with learning, it's going to be something that you didn't know. Doing it better, think about every word that I'm saying. Doing it better means it's better than what you know. It's better than the way that you're currently doing it. And it doesn't have to necessarily be that you're doing something wrong, but it's better. Can you accept that? End the video. I'm Ian. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. Y'all have a good one.